I'm so excited for you all to hear today's episode with the RevOps specialist. We're diving into RevOps playbooks and the tech stacks that matter for RevOps. All right, let's get going. Welcome to another episode of Show Me Your Stack. Today I'm super excited to be doing this interview, and I'm gonna let our special guest interview himself and tell us a little bit about where you work and what you do and the industry that you are a leader in. So I'm gonna pass it over.
Hey Ashley, thanks for having me. This is Shadab Khan. So I work at Rev Partners as Senior Product Manager. Basically, I have a front-facing role as a strategist in one of our premium accounts, where I work with RP customer, and then my majority of role is to focused on ramping up and getting the other strategist, like our entire strategist team, up to date on best practices. I basically design and write playbooks for them and help them, get the best out of HubSpot and help them tailor that to their specific partners' business needs.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to dive in. So let's shuffle up and let's see what's in your tech stack. So let's start with the fifth favorite tool. We call this the river card. What tool is number 5 in your tech stack book?
So we are starting from number 5. Okay, so let's see. So I have a love and hate relationship with ClickUp because majority of my work lives in ClickUp. It has a lot of tool sets. I wish it had less, but with more, more refined features and less bugs. So it
Right.
has, docs. It has those nice epics, folder structures. Sprints are my favorite ones. I cannot live without sprints. So that's like my number 5.
Awesome. I laughed because I think we all feel that in any project management tool is, but I love when you check a task off on ClickUp and the little unicorn flies across the screen. I'm like, just a little bit fun UI compared to other project management tools
Yeah,
there. So,
the best part of this sprint. So basically, you build because you are now in this high tech environment, fast moving paced. You have a bunch of different projects. We call them epics because
yeah,
of their agile in nature. So you have them all, and then you're multitasking. So your sprints help you keep sane. So okay, you're like, I'm in this particular XYZ customer, and in this particular sprint, I am expected to do all of these. That will get,
right.
that will be impacting these particular parts of those epics, and that's gonna, ladder up to the overall RevOps strategy.
Right. I love that. That's awesome. All right. Let's jump in and go ahead and reveal your turn card. This is your 4th favorite tool in your tech stack.
So my 4th favorite would be it's a hard one, but I would say HubSpot because I'm not you guys see me in HubSpot everything, but I do a
Right.
lot of integration, I do a lot of back-end automation, configuration work, but I am not a front-facing folk. Like I'm not a revenue person. I don't do sales or marketing or customer service, directly frontline folk. So it's not in my day-to-day as much, but we do have like a custom object setup that I have built for the entire strategist team. So I have that love and hate relationship with that as well because I have when I'm building something, I have to think about adoption. How do I get folks actually use this stuff and not be a burden to them? So that would be my 4th tool, but it has super clean reporting capabilities. That's why I love it.
So out of all, I mean, most everyone that I've interviewed has said HubSpot, but what I love is that everyone has a different reason for HubSpot depending on their role. And you are my first that has hit on their reporting capabilities and the cleanliness of data. So
Yep.
that's awesome. All right, let's move to our flop card, the 3rd favorite card. Let's go ahead and show me that tool.
So my 3rd tool would be Super because I mean, I'm on a super podcast, so I might look biased, but I'm not here now. So when I'm working on a bunch of stuff and building out a bunch of like pipelines, specifically in the custom objects that I've been rolling out for now, and like specific processes that people have to follow. It's gonna be really hard if like those supercasts and those process rules are not there for me. They're like, hey, I built this thing. Now here's a card. Here's a Loom video. Here's a bunch of instructions. Go view that. And if you have question after that, then come back to me. Don't be like, hey, what is this property? Why do I have to fill this? So I use this
Right.
very specific formatting. Hey, what is this? Why does it matter? Why should you care about this? And what are the specific action items that is expected from you? So it's all written in there. So just do that first and then come back to me. So
You're
that's my
like self-service, learn first, then ask questions.
yeah. Don't ask lazy questions.
I love it. So you're actually my first guest who's mentioned Supered. And I know that you are a Supered powered user, so I was really excited to chat with you and learn how you were using Supered within the HubSpot ecosystem as well. So awesome. All right, let's go to number 2, your whole card. Top
So
tool.
so like number two would be it's an irony, but it's Google spreadsheets. Basically, any kinds of documentation or really, really like discovery workshop based documents where I have to extract very specific information and taking it from a concept, turning that into data points and helping that turn into raw insights that you can help you make actual decisions. So all of that documentation needs to live in that like one discovery workshop document. So the amount of flexibility spreadsheets allowed me to do is like mind blowing. I recently received a massive spreadsheet for like a different FinOps project, which is having my head spin, but still, it's like it's like a reality.
I agree with you totally. And I absolutely love a good Excel or Google sheet. So I'm with you there. That's the way my brain thinks, is very linear across. So I hear you. All right, let's move to your ace in the hole. Top tool you cannot live without.
So the top one is the Miro. So that would be my process mapping tool, and basically a tool. I call it a tool that keeps me sane. It takes like all of those raw ideas, and you can see like actual whiteboards here. So I jot stuff down in here and then take them on the actual Miro board. I'm like, okay, here's the end state. Here's what I'm trying to achieve. Here's the different components that will help me get to that particular end stage. And these
Right.
components need to have these set of instructions, these set of processes, and it's like a super nice playground. So you can have other folks collaborate on that same board. You can share the board. You can build frames. You can build like an entire presentation deck. Super flexible. It's infinite canvas, and just love like everything about it. You can add hyperlinks to your different like ClickUp tasks or ClickUp docs, or basically the entire library of knowledge that we build is also living on Miro. So that's like my number one tool.
Awesome. Also a great tool, and I totally agree with you. I love, especially in this remote work zone, like we used to have the luxury of being in office and whiteboarding out and post-it noting together. And so it's a great tool that came to market, I think, post-COVID, and really took adoption for that reason. So love that. All right, let's go ahead and recap. So number 5, I got ClickUp. Coming in at number 4, HubSpot. 3, Supered. 4, Google Sheets. And 5, Miro. So, awesome. Okay, let's move to our next section. This is my personal section, the High Rollers Corner. So, what is your jackpot tool? An up and coming favorite tool that you're hearing about all the time in your industry. So, in RevOps or, as a PM, what are you most excited about?
So it's not really a new tool. It's actually a feature in HubSpot, a set of features. Basically, HubSpot started as a marketing automation platform. transitioned into a CRM. Now they're calling themselves a customer platform, quote unquote. But there are like couple of things, just like prospecting workspace, there is a CS workspace that's taking in place. And as you go with the winning by design philosophy, and if you're a recurring revenue business, you are thinking about recurring impact. If you don't have recurring impact, you don't have recurring revenue. So what they're building about, like building on that right side of the funnel, it's like one of the most exciting things. And personally, I have been also personally helping build playbooks and processes and instructions for our strategist team that they can
That's awesome.
leverage with their partners.
That's really cool. That's awesome. So that makes sense. I see why you're excited about it. I think that's going to be very valuable. And you'll have to keep us updated, and we'll follow on LinkedIn and see how the playbooks and all your build outs come. So
Yeah, for sure.
awesome. Okay. Let's move to the final round, the wild card. This is your wish list tool. So you're a developer, you're a VC, have all the money in the world. What do you create? No restrictions.
So I would definitely create I would create something that's that maps everything together. So like Miro on steroids, basically.
Okay.
Like a
I
mapping
like
tool,
that.
which you have a visual. If I had a lot of money, and I had this desperate systems, all of those, so I need something to manage all of that, like an umbrella tool. And then within those, it will be it will be a seamless integration between all of your emails, all of your Google Docs, all of your Miro boards, all of your ClickUp tasks, your HubSpot. It's like a wild dream, but the idea is, if I map a process, it is connected to a specific workflow in HubSpot, which is connected to a particular task epic in ClickUp, which is connected to a Miro board that
Oh, okay.
which is connected to a super card that explains, which is connected to a Loom, which goes through that live demo. So like a all on one, like a neural interface kind of
Like a massive blockchain web connector.
yeah, that sounds like a nice name.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I like that. I also have not heard that idea yet, so I love the originality with that, and it seems like that should exist. But I've never heard of a tool like that, so maybe that's your future.
Yeah, it's like every single tool has a specific problem they solve, but
Right.
how do you manage those all, and how do all of
Right.
those connect? Right now we have like documentation tools like Miro to replicate some of it, but it's super hard and super manual. And if we can have something more seamless, that would be awesome.
I love that. I'm like, my brain is spinning on this. I love it. Well, I've learned a lot from you today, and I'm really excited about what you're doing with playbooks, and I'm really excited to keep following along on your journey and as you start launching all of these items. Any other things you want to share with us? Any parting shots?
No, all good. That's it. Stay awesome. Keep doing it big.
I love it. All right. Thank you so much. I had such a pleasure chatting with you.
Yeah, likewise.
Let's shuffle up and show me your tech stack, where every episode is a high stakes reveal of the tools that are aces in our guest book, where chips are down and digital decks are on the table. Are you ready for the best in class tech? Let's deal these cards and see what comes up. Who's ready to double down on digital innovation with me?